Welcome to the Effects Loop. I'm Diaz.
And I'm Chris.
And we're keeping you in the loop of the guitar community. All right, so this episode is brought to you by us, and we're actually doing it different this week. Usually we have been doing our Threadless tour, but we started a new thing. We actually started a Patreon. So we've had people ask about it.
And we legit have actually had people ask about it. We're not telling, I'm not going to name names about nobody asking. But
people ask me how my rig is set up, and
yeah,
I play
ask.
I play in 2 services a week in front of tens of people. So I'm gonna do it. Listen, I actually did a rig rundown at one point back, like.
I did a full studio tour when everybody was going through this phase of people have asked me this, and it's like, I'm going to go do my own thing.
Well, I had a really cool board at one time that just had weird stuff on it, and this is right when I was getting into boutique pedals. I had like the Pedaltrain Pro, and I was like, oh yeah, this is it. And it was pretty cool, and it's right before I started getting into big like selling and trading. Mm-hmm. So I had like just collected, I mean, I still have quite a bit of pedals. I've got like 4 shelves worth of pedals in my house, and but I had a good deal of pedals, and they were all on the board. So I went through and I did it. So, but let's get back on.
Yeah, let's get back on track now.
Sorry. But yeah, no, people have asked about it, so we're doing it. We've got our Patreon our Patreon. We can go to patreon.com/theeffectsloop. It's really simple. You cannot get lost along the way. If you want to go look really quick, you can pause it, go look, come back. We'll be waiting. But I'll go through the tiers. We've got our little loopers, which is $1 or more a month. You'll receive a shout out on an episode. We've got Scott's Tots, $3 or more per month. We actually will deliver on our stuff, unlike Michael Scott. But you'll receive a shout out on an episode and stickers when they become in stock. We've actually looked in the pre-app. We were talking about stickers, and we're looking at what we're going to do.
They won't be too far behind.
Nope, they actually should be hopefully in the next week or so, maybe. I'd say is the goal.
We are cheap, so we're waiting to see if there's going to be a deal in the next week or two.
Yeah. So we've got that one. We've got the chat room. You'll receive a shout out on an episode, stickers, and join a secret group message. We don't want to start another Facebook group for secret this and whatever. I'm already in 78 groups. So we're just going to do a Facebook Messenger chat. I think we'll do that. I don't know about anything else that I really want to do. I know there's some other groups using other things.
Do some premium Snapchat stuff.
We could do some Snapchat. You know what? I don't use Snapchat that much.
Well, get that premium and have people pay. And
well, I mean, I'll do it if people pay me to, but I'm just too afraid of opening up my phone and just like having like a dick in my face. Like that's a legit fear in 2018.
Well, Tumblr is going to be the app for that in a week.
I don't know what's up with Tumblr. Can you like post penises now?
No, they're getting rid of adult content, so that's your safe space now.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go there. The lesser amount of penises in my face, the better. So we've got that, and then we've got the Big Daddy Ultimate tier, the God Bless America tier. You'll receive a shout out on an episode. You get stickers, join the group message, and you'll get exclusive content like early releases, unedited episodes, which is early releases. It's pretty much Chris is gonna, or whoever's editing is gonna sync up the audio and then just post it for you to check out.
So you'll at least get it maybe like 4 hours early.
Bare minimum, because that's just us dragging our feet. Like we do every week. Like I forgot that my son had a band concert yesterday.
And then last week it was something else and we had to do it on Tuesday.
I think it's been me like 2 weeks in a row. Last week, I was exhausted last week. That's what it was. I was just like, is there any way we can move this? Like, I'm dead. I think I'd only got a few hours of sleep. But we'll do that. And you'll also get a discount code for our Threadless shop, which I think you get everything pretty much at cost.
Yeah.
So we're going to do that for you. And that's it right now. And the cool thing about the group message is if you like to listen to the show, you can help give us ideas for the show. You can help guide us on what you think we should do. Ooh, we should do $50 a month and you get to host. Like we don't even have to be on there. We'll just like let someone host the episode.
If we get three $50 donors, y'all will be the effects loop for a week.
Yeah, that's it. Like imagine if they like, I don't know, that could turn into some like crazy like Jeffrey Dahmer stuff. Like people are like wearing like skin suit bodies. I'm Diaz. No, you do not want to be me, brother. But yeah, that's like the big thing. So we actually already have a patron, Willa Hugh. This is your shout out.
Early supporter.
Yeah, well, he was one of the early people who asked about being able to support us, and we kind of put it off. It was one of those things we wanted to be able to deliver something and finding our groove and everything. So we were able to get that going. So shout out to Will. And next week, hopefully, we'll be able to have some more names. Guilt trip. So speaking of like new stuff, Chris, what's new with you?
I did not get anything new again this week. It's been very slow in the gear world.
I don't know if it's been slow in the gear world. Maybe in your spending habits. Yeah, I think you've... dude, Helix, 18-month payments. That's all I'm saying.
I know.
Which is not...
I don't need to, though.
I know. All right. I got my mystery box from Premier Guitar. And I don't think I posted what I got in it.
I don't think so either.
You know what I got?
Nothing.
Box of disappointment. It was sad.
Was it empty?
No.
Okay.
It really was. No. All right. So it wasn't a horrible. So I was hoping I'd get the strap if I got one of the generic boxes. I got one of the generic boxes. I got the one. It had a tuner, had gear supply. Clear tone strings. For electric, it had some acoustic strings. I think they were Martins or something. I don't know. And 3 reverb patch cables, which was kind of like the big thing in it, I guess.
That was the big thing.
Yeah. Yeah. It wasn't a great box. It's kind of a disappointment. I mean, they went up in price this year. They went up to $40. I think they were at 30. And yeah, that happened. So it's one of those things you gamble. I was hoping, I saw the guitar strap ones. I think Steve from 60 Cycle Hum got one with a guitar strap. And I was like, man, if I got that as my generic box, I'd be happy. And then the world just looked at me and said, oh, you thought. But it was okay.
Yeah, strap definitely would have been more worth it because that's a quality strap for $40.
Well,
Unless it was like a little nylon.
I got patch cables last year too. I got MXR patch cables, and they're all pancake, and I don't use pancake patch cables.
Well, build yourself a board now that you've got like 2 sets of.
I do have a creation.
There you go.
Board laying around. I think I need to make a bass board for my son.
There you
go. Always talk about it, but then I get lazy.
Well, now you have extra patch cables, and you can make it happen before next step.
How about before next year? Maybe before next year's mystery box.
Or wait, and maybe you'll have more patch cables by then.
Yeah. So we'll go into gear news. I saw this. It was pretty cool. Rocket Surgeon introduced the Ice Caves ambient reverb. So you listened to the demo of it, didn't you?
Yeah, and the demos were actually from like last month, so I really don't understand how we like missed this.
Because this article was written on December 11th.
Okay, then how did they miss it?
I don't know.
I don't either. But
I'm not revealing my sources.
Yeah, it sounded pretty good and looks good too.
It's straight up. Those knobs just remind me, in the lettering, totally remind me of Earthquaker devices.
Or even Matthews effects, like.
No, well, maybe
a little. Well,
the clear knob. The clear knob.
Oh yeah, definitely the clear knob, but the layout definitely.
I do like the artwork though. It's got like a comic book thing going on.
Mm-hmm. And then for controls, it's got your typical level and depth for reverbs, and then it's got echo because there is a delay setting. I didn't understand.
I've never understood why people are mixing, like, it could be a delay or a reverb. And granted, they're close to the same thing when it comes to the like science of it.
Well, since this is
But
a
I've never
ambient
like.
reverb, that's probably why.
Is the delay in the reverb? I couldn't tell, or is it just like a reverb or a delay?
So I couldn't tell in the demo, honestly.
Okay, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But then it's got brightness, and then the ice setting, which I'm guessing is kind of maybe like a shimmer.
I think so, if I remember right.
And it's got the different ambience little switch. It's pretty cool. I'm kind of bummed there wasn't like a whole lot of new pedals, but NAMM's right around the corner, so everyone's waiting.
Mm-hmm.
So, and let's see, maybe if we can slip someone from the Gear Slum $5, they can like send us things that happen at NAMM, or we can just like follow their. Oh, what if we follow their Instagram and record every day before they can put out an episode, and it looks like they're copying us?
That's bad.
That'd be legit, like the biggest douchebag thing to do ever. It'd be awesome though.
Well, I'm assuming Scott's still going. I think, isn't he?
I don't know.
Hopefully he'll
maybe.
hook us up.
Yeah, Scott, hook us up. All right. Next, we've got the like latest installment into the Parallel Universe, the 51 Telecaster PJ bass.
All right. My thing with this is, what was the original pickup configuration on the original Telecaster bass?
Oh.
I'll look it up then.
Yeah, Google. I do love a Telecaster headstock on a bass though.
Okay, it's P bass pickups. So this falls under for me the why is this considered parallel, because it's not that different.
Did it always have the Telecaster control plate?
Where'd my window go? I closed it.
Open the window.
Yes.
To the window. Huh.
Some of them did have like the Telecaster custom style pickguard to it, where the controls were on the pickguard. But other than that, it's essentially
the same thing.
There's a few random like humbucker ones.
Yeah.
Ooh, some on DH gate, semi-hollow. Ooh. Looks like a Gretsch. Oh, that's tempting. Anyway.
Can you share with the rest of the class? You just went on like a weird tangent. You're like,
Here, let me show you this.
Where are you going to show me at?
I'll put it in the Facebook group. Copy link address.
Oh my gosh, it's an interactive Facebook. See, maybe what we'll do is we'll let people join in the phone call. That'll be the $20 level. You can just sit there quietly.
Oh,
we just won't mix in your
for
audio.
a higher level, we could do. I think we can live stream onto Patreon.
Oh,
that would be
snap.
a cool thing to do.
$1,000 a month. That's pretty cool.
For $1,000 a month, you can just buy us out, and
that bass is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
So,
going back
if
to
you
the
want
Telecaster bass, though.
Focus.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's. I think it looks cool. It's kind of one of those things like how Gretsch had the historic series, but it really didn't match anything historically. This is the Parallel Universe where nothing about it's part of a parallel universe. They've already done this.
Yeah. I feel like this is something Squire would do. Like, they would call it a Telecaster bass, but they would throw something weird in it.
Yeah.
And I'm sure this is probably, what, $1,500, $2,500, whatever the bass.
There's no way that's $2,500. I wouldn't pay $2,500 for that. Purchase it. Heck no. That's no, sir.
It's because they
Bad
slapped
Fender.
the limited edition Parallel Universe name on it.
You know what? I don't like the inlays. I feel like they should have done block inlays on this. For $2,000, I'm getting some damn block inlays.
Hey, my $500 bass has block inlays.
Yeah, and he only paid $500, Fender. Get your crap together.
So, speaking of Fender getting their crap together, I think we're going to... Yeah, this is a little out of order.
Jump around.
Yeah, we're going to jump around, but...
Jump around.
Fender is unveiling their American Performer series, which is lower-end American-made guitars.
If you hear a weird thumping noise, it's my stupid dog is scratching.
My dog's barking outside too, but my door's closed, so it might not be that audible.
I can't hear it. My wife's like, I'm going to get the dogs out, except for the one that just makes a random noise.
Nice.
Here. Let's see. Everyone yell at my wife. Maybe if I can get Robert Keeley on here, he can yell at my wife.
All right. Fender website, you going to work? There we go.
Oh, my heavens.
Okay, so this line has your standard Strats, Tellys. They also have... Oh, they're actually bringing out a Mustang.
Mm-hmm.
Precision basses, jazz basses, and a Mustang bass. So this is actually pretty cool for...
Oh, that Honeyburst Telecaster looks nice. Yeah. So is this... So is it... This is a series, or is this a new, like, line? Is this a new level?
This is a new level because they haven't really had anything between... Yeah, they haven't had an entry-level American series for a while, have they?
Because they had the Special, right? And so this replaces the American Special series.
I think you're right. Because in the American...
Well, that's what it says on the Fender.
Okay, because the Professional replaced the Standard series, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm so confused on what they're called nowadays. See, because that's like, I have an American Deluxe, and then Deluxe became like lower end for some reason. And it's like, I don't know.
Maybe this is their way of fixing that because they got out of whack with their thing. Yeah, the only thing I'm a little bummed about is they're not putting a new Telecaster Deluxe in this.
I'm fine without it. I don't like the Telecaster Deluxe design too much.
Oh, the Jazzmaster actually has a Strat.
Okay, hold on. There's something we do need to talk about.
What's that?
Did you see the Flea commercial for his new active jazz bass? Where he's like
the one where he's just
putting lipstick. Around? He's putting like lipstick on his face.
No, I missed that part of it.
Yeah, so he's definitely off the wagon if he ever
was.
If he ever was on the wagon. Yeah, that was like the craziest thing ever. If you have a chance, check it out and be as confused as I was.
Or don't and save your sanity.
That works too. All right, so that's enough with Fender. We're over your stuff. I saw a post today. I don't know how new it is, but I thought it was pretty cool. Westminster Effects, or Nose Pedals, sorry, is
same people.
Still Cody, doing his thing, kicking butt, taking names. They put up. They've got a mod for the Teisco Electronics, the Flashback X4, Alta Ego X4, and the triple delay, the big box delays. I'm not sure if this is new or not, but it's new to me, so it's pretty cool. They've got a switch replacement. They've got double preset mod, momentary feedback switch, a looper switch, which is pretty cool because one of the things that was those delay pedals take up a lot of real estate.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, well, I had an X4 and I loved it. It sounded phenomenal, but it took up a lot of real estate. This now gives you a total of 6 mods or 6 presets instead of 3. It allows for external tap tempo jack, which I don't know. I'm guessing that's tap in, which would be great. And then they've got the looper switch. So one of the things that sucked was the looper was really cool on it, but you had to like reach down and flip between them.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So now you've got a switch that just turns on the looper. So I mean, it's really cool. I think it really expands on that. And to get all of those together, 75, 115,
130 if you're not doing the switch replacement.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool, especially when you can get that pedal used for, I'd say 150, 130 if you were actually like looking out for it. I'd love to do all that to the Alter Ego X4.
Isn't that the
that's
analog
vintage
version?
One. Yeah, pretty much like analog, all the vintage stuff, like the nice U2 stuff. Yeah.
Especially since Korg got rid of their STD at this point.
Yeah, the SDD, what, 2000? Was that the number?
3000.
Yeah. So it was pretty cool. They're doing good stuff over there. Especially like nose pedals really had that rough patch.
Mm-hmm.
The old owner just ran it into the ground. And so it was cool. Cody took it over and he's really made a comeback with that brand.
Yes, hasn't he like trimmed down what all they were doing with nose
I don't think that
pedals?
was a full sentence.
Yeah, because I was trying to find my page while I was doing it. Did Cody keep all of the like switchers and stuff, or did he just keep the mods mostly?
Nose pedal, you can buy effects. Yeah, it's got all the utility. Oh, no effects. I think they've got utility stuff.
They got all the utility stuff. The page finally loaded.
Yeah, but they don't like have any effects because I don't think Nose Effects really didn't do effects, did they? They did mostly utility stuff.
They had a couple. I think they tried to do a drive, and it was either a distortion or fuzz.
Okay.
But he was really heavy into the
utility
and like mods. So I think he was one of the first ones that did like DL4 mods and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know he was really early in the mod stuff. Let's see. Let's move on. So Pedaltrain, I actually posted this in the group. When you put it on, whenever you mentioned it, I was just like, wait, we already talked about that. And I realized we were just in the group. So Pedaltrain is coming out with the SST space saving tuner. So it's pretty cool. It's in there. This goes between the rails, doesn't it?
I mean, yeah.
No, it's not. It's not meant to go between the rails. That's a fail. They should put it between the rails.
Oh, you're saying like sit in the rail, kind of.
Yeah,
like in the
they
hole.
should do it. They should do it like they should have it sit in the rail and change the orientation. That would be a cool thing. Could you imagine that? It'd be like flush with the actual board.
I mean, I'm sure if you got creative with your mounting and depending on how big the screen actually ends up being, it could fit under there.
Daniel Shields, if you listen to this, that's what you need to come up with. That would legit. Could you imagine on the sides you could just have something that like kind of like just expands out to match the width? If you had enough spacing, you could find you could just have it where it expands out to match the width of the space of the like cutout. You could use it on any board.
Any board that has slits, at least.
Slots.
If you have a flat board, you're out of luck. But one of the things that we weren't sure about when we posted it was how this connects up to everything. And this is where I'm a little concerned about it. Is
the dangling?
Yeah, they're basically dongles, and they look like very thin wires for.
Yeah, I'm gonna break that. But the thing is, it's only $30.
That's not bad at all.
Or no, I'm sorry, $60.
Okay, that's a little worse.
That's a little bit worse.
But for those of us that have, I don't know how many people actually do this, but I have a buffer that has a tuner out on it, so that way that signal is totally separate and I can have it always on. Something like this is going to be good for me, so I can actually like get rid of the buffer or get rid of the TU2 that I have sitting on my board. That frees up just a tad bit of space.
Yeah.
And since this is a tuner, it's not going to go anywhere, so I'm not too worried about those cables. But if you're somebody that's always constantly moving it around, it might end up breaking on you.
I feel like, I don't know, for $60 though, I'd rather just buy like a used pedal.
Yeah, you can get a used TU2 for 40 or 50.
Yeah, or you can get a used Polytune.
Polytune Mini even.
Yep.
As if I had to guess, this would probably only be half the size of a Polytune Mini. Like, wouldn't you say?
No, I think it's going to take about it's longer, and with the dangling cables, you're still using the same amount of real estate.
Yeah, especially if you want to actually be able to see.
I mean, if you look, yeah, I mean it's a little bit less on the width, but I just don't know. Like the picture they use has it right next to a tube screamer,
and it's under the jack on top.
Yeah, that's stupid. I mean, I don't know if you're going for a mini board. I think it kind of works, But how long are those cables anyways? And you have to tuck them up. I don't know. I think it's not worth it in my opinion. It's a cool idea. But I wonder, I want to make that tuner though. How fit between the slots. It'd be pretty cool. I might actually message Daniel Shields about that.
It's like, hey, here's an idea.
I need to get his number. I can just call him. We'll just get him in on the call. All right.
We'll just call him now.
Yeah, like just add him to the Hangout. I'm pretty sure I've got his Gmail. Just
it's like,
he's like random.
Pick up, trust us.
Yeah, this is important. You're on the air. All right, so we'll keep moving on. Keep rolling. Oh my gosh, I closed the thing.
Oh goodness. Okay, then.
I know. I've got it. Teisco. Okay. So Teisco on their Instagram is showing 3 new pedals. I can't like see anything though.
Yeah, the only one you can really see clearly is the delay.
Is that the green one?
Yeah. There's also a fuzz and boost, but the photo's like super small and I can't really like tell if there's anything special about it.
I'm getting too old for this crap.
Yeah.
So hold on, I just zoomed in. So it's in Japanese, the name of the pedal. So they got that going for them. There's a red one and a white one and a green one. I'm guessing the red one's the fuzz because it's level and something. I don't know. They did hashtag ambient notes. Do you think they know what that is?
Maybe they just... I would
level
hope so.
Feedback, so that's a delay. I'm guessing these pedals are going to be kind of cheap.
I mean, I would kind of hope so, because even the delay is kind of bare bones. It's just level feedback time, the modulation setting of like depth rate and fast and slow mode. Oh, there's a mono and dry out. That's kind of cool. And this looks like it's plastic to me. Does it look like it's plastic to you?
No, it looks metal.
Okay.
I think it's because it's kind of glossy. I couldn't imagine them putting out a plastic. I mean, they're using a metal washer right there with the stomp switch, so I'm guessing it's a metal case.
Okay. Yeah, these are...
Oh, that's a boost. Okay.
Yeah. The red one? Boost. Oh, I see what you were talking about.
The red one's
yeah, I didn't correct you. Yeah, the red is the boost, the white's the fuzz.
And then, okay. Yeah. Well, all right. We'll keep our ear out for that, but I know they've announced, like, reissuing some of those guitars and stuff. I don't know. So we'll move on to our topic. Why does it feel like we're rushing through this? It's only been 28 minutes. God, we're on topic, or we're on focus today. So I was on a group. It was a horrible group that no one should ever go to, called Gear Talk Praise and Worship. And one of the guys on there was talking about Line 6. I'm going to get the actual quote because I felt like it really made me understand how narrow-minded people are and how people don't remember where the guitar world has come from. And the guy said, does anyone ever sit a wonder? I'm going to read it correctly as he put it. Does anyone ever sit a wonder how Line 6 went from making garbage practice amps to making industry-leading platforms like the Helix line? Pretty remarkable. Pick for attention. And he posted his HX Stomp. So we could have fun and go through and read all the comments, but we're not going to do that. So Chris, what's your, like, when you think Line 6, what do you think of? Because apparently these people think garbage.
I would almost say, like, I don't want to say like comeback story because they haven't really come back from anything. It's just,
don't call it a comeback.
Yeah, it's underrated would probably be a good one to use. Because you always, like, whenever you mention Line 6, most people's brain kind of immediately goes to the Spider 3 amps and the Insane mode.
Yep.
Or patch, whatever you want to call it. That's what people think of when they think Line 6. When really they've been pretty top notch on the effects front, especially. That's where I have the most experience, because I had what was it, the Echo Park, which was like the little single delay from that
And
series.
wasn't that part of the what was it, the one that had the different things you could change out?
Yeah, the modules. I don't remember exactly what that was called. But then from
was
there,
it the tone lock or something?
Oh yeah, no, tone lock is Ibanez.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but and then I went from that to the M series. So I had the M5 multiple times, the M9 multiple times. I think I either went through one or two M13s, and all those were super solid. Didn't really have much of an issue other than the slight bit of tone suck, but I think that's for any like entry level multi effects, like I would say.
Well, even then, like the whole thing is, those have become industry standards.
Yeah, just like because they were the next version of the was it the L series or D series? What they call them? Like the DL4 and the MM4.
The 4 series.
The 4 series. Yeah, they're kind of the like brainchilds of those, I guess you could call them.
Yeah, those came after, and really, it took them and put them all into one container.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people think, oh, Helix, Line 6 finally is doing something good. People don't realize the DL4 is still an industry standard.
And
it's probably
I would almost guarantee people like would say that, and then you mention like, oh, they made the Spider 3, right? And then they would probably cringe.
Listen, so we were talking earlier about my little gear thing. At one point, I put up the video, and I used to mess with people because all the time people would be like, oh, it sounds great. It sounds great. And every time I was playing through, I used to leave my tube amp at church. I'd leave my Excelsior at church, and I'd bring my pedal board home, and I'd play through a Line 6 Spider, the Spider 4 or whatever, and it was the 2x12. And I used to practice at home with that, and I'd post videos, and people were like, oh, that sounds awesome. I'm like, dude, I'm playing through a Line 6. I'm playing through a Spider. Like, I mean, I don't know. I know they catch a bad rap, and it's always because, the people are like, the people who like boast on the Spider series were always the like kid who could afford it.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, it's got all these settings in it. And like, I remember going and playing, and they had the Spider series that had like this little screen, the very little screen.
Oh yeah.
And you could like program, like it would like have artist presets in it. And one of them was like Papa Roach. I was like, out of all things, like Papa Roach. But I don't know. The problem is like we pigeonhole these companies. And my argument was, if we didn't have Line 6, we wouldn't have a lot of stuff that we love today. I don't think, I'm going to be bold and say, it's not that we wouldn't have it. I don't think we'd have it as soon as we got it.
Yeah,
like the Kemper, that's a prime example.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it took the technology of modeling and everything, which I wouldn't say, I don't think Line 6 created the modeling, but they definitely took it to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got to give credit where credit's due on innovation. I'm going to be bold, and I'm going to say it. I thought Jimi Hendrix sucked as a guitar player, but he was innovative.
Mm-hmm.
He did things that people weren't doing at the time. I mean, he brought a whole new level to the instrument. And honestly, I mean, I always make the comment just to make people's eye twitch. He only had one number one hit, and it was a cover. His only number one hit was All Along the Watchtower. And it took him forever to record that cover too. He like messed it up so much. Like, I mean, you listen to him play live, and he was okay. But the main thing was he was an entertainer, and he was changing the way people played guitar, and the people he influenced along the way. So Line 6 is like Jimi Hendrix in my book. Sometimes, they don't suck, but they were innovative, and they did a lot of things. Look at the pods. There's people who still use those, mm-hmm. and you can get phenomenal tones out of them. I mean, everyone always knocks on the drives and the distortions, but they kind of just change things up. So
What?
I think people should just mind their own damn
Yeah,
business.
because what company was started by
Strymon.
Okay, I didn't want to
And
say
then
that and like be
it was
totally wrong.
Strymon. So, well, it was Damage Control.
Right.
So they left Line 6 and they went and did Damage Control. Which, if you look at the Damage Control pedals and look at the Line 6 pedals, like the 4 series, they're big, they're kind of bulky, but they sound great. Cool stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And also, the Damage Control stuff had tubes in it. Like, and everyone makes fun of pedals that have tubes in them.
Yeah, but how popular were Damage Control pedals back then, though?
They weren't. They weren't big until they weren't big until they weren't big until they rebranded, and the people were like, "Oh, well, they started off as this. This is the better." Like the timeline from Damage Control is nothing like the timeline from Strymon. No. And then the guy who started Strymon, or one of the guys, left and started doing Maris pedals.
Never heard of them.
They're the ones that do the Enzo and the Mercury 7 or whatever. You've never really?
Nope.
I'm living under a rock there, Chris.
I guess so.
How are we supposed to keep people in the loop if you're not in the loop?
Because at least I knew that it was probably Strymon that was started by ex-Line 6 employees.
Yeah.
Which that says something there, too, of that people learned from... like, okay, on the job knowledge. I'm not gonna say like stealing shit, but like getting on the job knowledge and experience and taking that and going elsewhere. You wouldn't
look at the
have
guy
done
who
that
owns
if Line 6 was shit.
The guy who runs Mammoth Electronics started with Robert Keeley.
Pretty
sure.
Wasn't there somebody else that like left like Walrus or left Keeley and went and did their own thing? It was one of the two.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who've done that. They start with a company, they leave, and they do their own thing.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's another thing, too. And a lot of that, you look at where they came from, because the gear industry is not like other industries where it seems like people leave a crappy place to go do better. But they definitely have put out some good people from Line 6. Mm-hmm. And even then, if you want to see something really cool, so Line 6 has a lot of, they've got a group for the Helix and its user support. The guys who work at Line 6 are there in the group talking. You don't get that a whole lot from companies like Line 6 is a pretty big company, in my
large
opinion.
Companies will say.
Yeah, in the large company, it's not like Billy Fender's in a group. I don't know, I'm just kidding. But some guys like listening, like going, "What, Billy Fender?" I don't know. I think I mean every company puts out a crappy pedal. All right, so the Precious Strymon put out the Riverside, which a lot of people hated.
Oh,
I mean, I thought it was pretty cool. I liked it because I like kind of like crazy distortion, and I could get a really cool Foo Fighters sound out of it. There's just every company's put out a pedal that, I mean,
yeah,
Boss
is that really
Metal
crappy
Zone.
though? Because when you get into like drives and stuff, the market's already so saturated with
saturated. Sorry.
With like namestays, you know what I mean? So like your Tube Screamers and Blues Drivers and stuff like that. It's kind of hard to like break into that market.
I'm getting ads for Sticker Mule.
Good job.
Right now. Yeah, we're not in your home. As my Alexa pops on and tells me to be quiet.
Or she tells you to buy Sticker Mules and stop waiting on a discount.
She's like, if you buy Sticker Mule right now, I'll leave you alone. Let's see. I don't know. That was like really fast. We agreed too much. Feel like we should argue about something.
Actually, here's something we could talk about still about the Line 6 stuff, the wirelesses. Because you've had them, I've only had one.
Well, the one you had was like bottom of the barrel for them, pretty much. The G10.
Mm-hmm.
So, what, do you still have it?
Yeah, I still have it.
Do you still use it?
Yes.
So apparently it doesn't suck too bad.
No, like my only complaint with that was just how you powered it.
Yeah, that's just stupid. Listen, all right, so line 6 has been jacked up with the power, so the heat, I've got the HX effects, and the power on that, it's like it requires like 2 amps, and it really is a pain in the butt to power.
Because let me guess, it's not a straight up wall wart. It's probably one of those that has like
it's
the
long
two
one.
prong and then the wall wart in the middle and then the little skinny cable.
Yeah.
Yep. That's how.
No, it's not. No, it's the end is like a 6-inch block. That's like it's like a Twix bar, or it's like a Butterfinger. Like it's that shape and that long.
Yeah.
I guess rectangular is the word I was looking for, but I'm a little hungry, so,
so Twix,
a Butterfinger, Twix and Butterfinger. I'm like it looks like a Snickers bar. Diaz, stop eating your power supply. But I actually got it to work. I installed a power strip underneath my board because I use the Edison thing from Creation.
Oh yeah.
Like I just hook up an Edison end and I'm good to go. So I wire, like if I use more than one power supply, I just wire them all in there. But that does kind of suck. It does make me sad now that I think about it. And the HX Stomp I think came like that too, and everyone's like, what are you guys doing? I know Cole Duke from the Gear Slum, he just got one in, and he found a really cool way to power it. So if you want, you can go join their group and check it out. If you stay too long, you become one of them, so just a fair warning. But I don't know, I think the wireless systems are really good. I had the G70, which was the like top of the line one for them for the like stomp box mode. It had a tuner, all this stuff, XLR out and all that. It was great. I miss it. I ended up selling it, but it was and that was a quick sale too. It was like up for like 20 minutes and it was gone. They killed it on the wireless. I love it. I don't know why people
weren't they the first ones in like one of the first ones into the digital wireless game?
The 2.4 gigahertz and all that. I think they were really big on it. And the thing is too, they've been doing wireless for a while too. Like I'd say people used to talk about, oh well, this sucks and whatever, but like they always could say, well, the wirelesses are great.
But then you get but they're amps and then other stuff.
Yeah, let's just focus on all the negative stuff. Like you can name any company. Look at Fender; they're still putting up Parallel Universe guitars.
But no,
people are paying
that was
for
the
them.
thing on the ad, though. It was the last one of the Parallel series. I don't know if that's a thank God or if that's a oh shucks.
Is that a threat or a promise? This is the last one. Oh, thank you. I'm so ready for this to be over with.
Actually, this could be a fun thing to do. Before we wrap up the episode, should we try to predict what Fender's going to do for this year's like every couple of month release? Because they've done this for the past 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, the like randomness, like sporadically.
Mm-hmm.
When's the last time they re-released the Coronado?
That's the semi-hollow?
Yeah, that's their semi-hollow.
The not Starcaster one.
I think I have a feeling that they're gonna re-release it.
Yeah,
I think the last time they really did it, it was like in the Antigua color too.
Ooh, yeah, I think it was actually. So that was 2 or 3 years ago, I think, was when they've
got the modern player Coronado. Let's see. Ooh, or the Fender Starcaster.
Yeah, the Starcaster is still kind of out there. You just don't see it.
Dang, there's a modern player Coronado for $600 on Reverb right now. And it's a really nice... Ooh, a Journeyman case by Gators included, eh?
So you think we might see some more like semi-hollow or hollow body
I think
stuff
Fender's going to do... Yeah,
Good.
I think Fender's going to focus and kind of shoot towards that market.
Because we got a Strat, the Eric Johnson Strat with the F-hole this year.
Yeah. They've already done... I think they're going to start going towards the bigger body, hitting towards the Gretsch area.
I would actually enjoy that, I think.
If they didn't do it in an ugly color, the Antigua was just, I don't like that color at all.
I would love to see them actually put out to market the white chicken. Like actual, like make it to affordable too.
Yeah, definitely.
Like,
Man, I want that Fender Coronado. Dude, $600? The thing looks great. Christmas is coming up, guys.
Everybody do $100 Patreon levels, and Diaz will personally pick your reward for that. So
I will send you whatever you ask for. I don't even care. That thing is sweet. Where is it? Crafted in China. Yeah, it's a modern player. 2013, so that's kind of older. I mean, 5 years. It's not been released for a while. So
yeah, that'd be cool if we actually saw some more of that stuff come back.
Dang it, my Facebook app updated and it confused the hell out of me.
Good job.
They added another button at the bottom.
Oh yeah, have you not had that update yet?
The groups faster.
Uh-huh.
Maybe, you know what? Actually, that's not a horrible idea. Can they get rid of the TV thing? I don't want to watch the videos. And I'm tired of getting marketplace updates. I don't care. I don't care anymore. Whoa. Fallout 76 for $35 because the game sucked.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even play it, but my friends were like, one of my kids wants it for Christmas, and they're like, don't get it. It's horrible.
Yeah, well, if they really, really want it, grab it while it's on sale before it goes back up.
Oh, is it on sale right now?
I bought it for $60.
Oh, well, there's a used one for $35. I might just go buy that one. Let's see. All right. So now that we're getting off topic, I say we wrap this sun gun up.
I say so too.
All right. Thanks for joining us. Leave us. Oh, check out our Patreon.
Yep. The link will be down below.
Yeah. Because Chris will put it there.
Hopefully.
So go to patreon.com/theeffectsloop. We've got a bunch of different levels. Every level's awesome. Another shout out again to Will LaHue for being the first one to join in and help us out. Also, I think one of the things we really didn't talk about is like where this money's going to go. So we want to be able to do really cool stuff. We already do. We did Summer NAMM last year. We did it out of pocket. Mm-hmm. Everyone paid for their own stuff. It would be really cool if we could put that money towards maybe getting us out to Winter NAMM next year. This can also help offset the cost of us getting Airbnb, stuff like that. So it would be really cool. Also, it would help us be able to buy things for the podcast so we suck less.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can do that.
A lot of companies will do like discounts for like in trade for demos and reviews, so that'll help us be able to like actually pick up something if you guys.
I'm not doing a damn demo again.
I don't mind doing the demos, but definitely like wouldn't mind doing reviews and stuff. That's like normally like a little peek into the gear industry. That's sometimes how it goes.
Yeah.
So
all right. So go check out our Patreon. Help us out. If you join our Patreon, tell a friend. Harass them. It's Christmas. It's the greatest time to get money out of people. Leave us a review on iTunes. Follow us on Instagram at The Effects Loop. Join the Facebook group at facebook.com/group/The Effects Loop. Check out our YouTube. And if you have any ideas, email us at theeffectsloop@gmail.com. I think that's all of it.
I think
so for The Effects Loop, I'm Diaz.
I'm Chris.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Adios.
We are strong. We have to just keep pushing along.